The other day, I had a consultation with an amazing client of mine. Let's call her Hariet. Hariet is a mother of 2. Her first baby is 6 years and her second baby is 1 month, 1 week. So Hariet practiced exclusive breastfeeding with her first baby for 6 months, and she continued breastfeeding for up to 5 years. Like literally, her baby stopped breastfeeding when she found out she was pregnant. So she decided to stop because she knew that she needed now to store some nutrients for herself and for breastfeeding. Unfortunately, during childbirth, Hariet developed hypertension and she was put on blood pressure meds. When Hariet was 37 weeks, she started having or producing colostrum. And she was actually able to harvest some milk all through until she was around 40-41 when she gave birth. And the fact that she had been diagnosed with hypertension, she had to stay like 4 days extra in the hospital, but her starch was sufficient enough because her sister could go to the house, get her some extra starch just in case the baby was not feeding enough. So when Hariet was discharged, she noticed that her baby was breastfeeding every 1 hour, every 20 minutes, and she will still cry. She will not sleep for 2 hours straight. So she thought to herself that that might be because of maybe low milk supply, because she could actually feel it. As a nutritionist, I would actually associate this with the fact that she was on blood pressure meds and the fact that she had experienced indefinite stress by the fact that she had to be admitted after childbirth. And of course, the fact that she has another baby at home, all this can be a bit stressful. So when Hariet came to me, she was like, Momina, my main reason for coming is because I don't want to do any formulas. I don't want to do any mixed feeding because I have seen the benefits of breastfeeding with my firstborn, because she was like, her firstborn has the best immune function, stomach or gut functionality. She rarely gets sick. Even the common flu, her baby does not know it. So she was like, now I need your assistance to actually help me make sure that I promote, because now she's already started, I promote and maintain breastfeeding for my baby for at least 2 years as per the guidelines. And when Hariet came to me, she presented what she was taking, the medication, and then the supplements that she was also taking. And she was taking some iron and folate and calcium during pregnancy, and she had transitioned that to her breastfeeding now 1 month after childbirth. Now this is a commendable step that Hariet took that most women actually forget to take, because we think that now the baby is out, the body does not need the extra support or the extra love. As we have said, or as we have established in our previous videos, if you don't take care of yourself, the body will make sure that it does everything it can humanly possible to take care of the baby. And the minute you put that baby on your breast, as we have said, the breast adjusts to make sure that the baby's needs are met. If the baby needs extra calcium, if the baby needs extra iron, they will try and make sure that they suck any of the stores or any of the supplies that you have to make sure that the baby gets enough. So what happens when you're not supplying yourself enough is that you're going to risk compromising the quality of milk that you're going to be giving your baby, and also going to risk getting deficiency. Hariet was also experiencing back issues. So when she gave birth to her firstborn, she had some challenges with back pain. Now with the secondborn, the back issues became more prominent. And she was like, I cannot even stand long enough. I know it's a very short period of time for us to start thinking about deficiencies, but yes, it's also a good time, because if we prompt interventions early, we are going to manage and prevent the complications that can come out of prolonged deficiencies. So the fact that Hariet brought it up in our consultation was quite commendable, and I would actually recommend that most moms to do that. If you're experiencing any form of deficiency, you know, a deficiency can come in form of fatigue. You don't have the energy to do normal things, or you can even be experiencing back issues, or even weak nails, joint issues, or even excessive hair loss. All those are signs of deficiencies that most women in the African setting have been taught to ignore and normalize as some of the consequences of childbirth. So what Hariet's story should actually teach us is that prompt and proactive interventions, when you notice there is a problem with your baby, like she noticed that her baby, after feeding, she does not sleep enough. Now she was like worried, because she was like, I'm telling you, I don't have a lot of help. I want to rest myself, I need to sleep, but I cannot do that because the baby needs to feed all the time. So it's okay for you as a woman who's breastfeeding to seek help. And as nutritionists and as dietitians, we are here for you. In my coaching program that I actually talk about breastfeeding, maternal nutrition, and even complementary feeds, I take women through the different needs that they have in the different stages. If you're pregnant, we will talk about what you need to change, what you need to do away with, and what you need to increase. The same thing applies to breastfeeding, and when you start complementary feeds, we go together as well. Now, after childbirth, you lose a lot of blood. Whether you're going to have normal or C-section, you're going to lose blood. And there's a wound that your body is going to actually create because of the detachment of the uterus and your body. So the wound is created and your body needs to heal and repair. How do you heal and repair? You heal and repair through adequate and quality protein. So you need to think about things like quality meat, legumes, like what am I having on my plate? Am I having dengu? Am I having kamande? Am I having jahe? If you're breastfeeding, jahe is a good food and you should actually have it. Am I having eggs? Am I having soup, bone broth? If you're having issues with your back, you think about the sun. Some people think that the sun is only supposed to be for us after childbirth. When you're pregnant, you still need to ensure that your bone is still taken care of, your bone strength, your baby's bone formation is also taken care of. And if you do not get enough vitamin D through the sun, then you compromise on your bone health and your joints as well. So when you're breastfeeding as well, you don't want to experience these deficiencies. So I recommend that every now and then, because in Kenya we are blessed, we'll not go a day without some few minutes or few hours of sun exposure. When the sun comes out, go outside, expose yourself, get some sun. Make sure that you have some rays that are getting through your skin so that you can convert this vitamin D into the active forms, and they can actually help you with your back, mood, and such. And of course, another thing that I usually want to ask you to always ask yourself is on hydration. We have established that breast milk is like 90 or let's say 70 to 90% water. So if you're not taking enough water, where will you get the supply? Your quantities will go down indefinitely. Hariet admitted to the fact that her hydration status is poor. She admitted to the fact that Mumina, it was around 12, and she told me that from morning she has only taken 2 glasses of water and she only took 1 cup of chocolate tea. And you see now again substituting the healthier drinks with the less healthier ones. Like if you're breastfeeding and you're struggling with something like maybe hypertension, you need to ensure that you're taking in things like maybe chocolate instead of the caffeines and the teas. You go easy on other beverages like maybe the carbonated drinks. You substitute that with healthier options like you can do mala, fermented vegetables, fermented drinks and all that. You can even do smoothies, you can do bone broth, you can do moringa, you can drink hibiscus, you can drink fenugreek, all these things that you actually advocate for breastfeeding moms to ensure that you're increasing your levels of hydration. You cannot afford dehydration when you're pregnant or breastfeeding. And of course, another thing that you want to ask yourself is, am I getting enough iron? You see, for the first 6 months, your baby relies on you for their nutrition. So if you're compromised in terms of either B vitamins, you're compromised in terms of iron, folate and all that, your milk supply will be compromised. And when your milk is compromised, best believe your baby's nutrition will be compromised. If you're deficient, increase your intake of iron-rich foods. Combine that with vitamin C rich foods. Make sure that your mediums are right. And if you've tried everything and nothing seems to work, talk to your dietitian, get a prescription for iron supplements and vitamin C or something like that. And of course, for things like maybe now when it comes to breastfeeding, of course, constipation, another sign that most mothers actually experience, because again, dehydration, you have experienced a lot of water losses. People assume that I'm just losing blood. You've lost blood that is in form of water. You're breastfeeding, that is water. So your body is actually getting rid of water. You need to make sure that you're replacing. If you're not replacing enough, what will happen to your digestion? It will actually get compromised. You will experience constipation. You will experience a lot of discomfort in your stomach. So you need to ensure that again you're taking care of your fiber intake, fermented foods. I know because of aversions and maybe dislikes, you might not like sour things, but to a good number of women, they can actually tolerate yogurts. We can tolerate maybe kombucha, kimchi and such, and even sauerkraut, supporting our immune function and digestibility to ensure that our nutrients are supplied effectively. So we did our consultation with Hariet, and we can do the same with you. So I will leave my details about the consultation and the coaching program that I do. I only charge 5,000 for 90 days active consultations, or 3,000 for a one-off 2 hours consultation. And when you join my coaching program and you need extras, like you want me to physically come to you, you want me to send someone to physically come to you, we also have a package for that, and I will be here to guide you through to make sure that we breastfeed and we protect you, because most of the time we think about childbirth. After childbirth we think about the baby, but in reality you're supposed to be thinking about the mother. Is she getting enough magnesium to ensure that she's getting enough supply of energy? Is she taking enough seeds and such? So those are some of the things that we do in our coaching program, and we are very, very thorough, and I'm definitely looking forward to having you around. Thank you so much for watching, and be like Hariet. Call my number and I will see you on the next one. Bye.